The world of mobile poker has, well, it's just blown up, right? And right in the middle of it all, you've got these two giants, PokerBros and ClubGG. But here's the thing. Picking one isn't just about which one has cooler features. It really comes down to psychology. It's about your mindset and who you are as a player. So let's get inside the mind of the game and figure out which one is actually built for you. Which brings us to the big question here, doesn't it? Which of these poker apps really fits your brain? We're going to break down exactly how each of these platforms can shape your mental game. The goal? To help you find that perfect fit for your own personality. Okay, so picture this. You're at a fork in the road. One path leads to what feels like a social playground. The other, it's more of a grinder's gauntlet. We're about to walk down both of these paths, these two totally different psychological arenas, to figure out where you really belong. So right off the bat, you can see these apps have completely different philosophies. On one side, you have ClubGG. It's all about that social, beginner-friendly vibe. It's a place designed to feel safe and welcoming. Then you have PokerBros, and that's all about variety, huge scale, and this really deep sense of community that's built inside its club system. You can already see how those two paths are just completely different. Okay, so that's the high-level view. But how does this all actually feel when you're playing? You know, the culture of an app can have a massive impact on your stress levels. And, let's be honest, how much fun you're having. So first up, let's step into that social playground, ClubGG. ClubGG really builds its whole culture around this idea of safety. For starters, it's got a play chip subscription model. That right there just feels way less intimidating, you know? A lot of players say the atmosphere feels kind of homey. And this is a big one. Its random number generator, the RNG, is certified. That builds a ton of trust, which means less stress for you. You can just focus on playing and having a good time. And that kind of environment, it has a really powerful psychological effect. The folks over at Bluffing Monkeys, they put it perfectly. They said this feeling of safety is just, it's everything. It lowers your anxiety and it keeps new players in the game learning and engaged, instead of just scaring them off before they even get started. All right, now let's talk about the other path, PokerBros. And man, it is a different beast entirely. It's all built around these private clubs that team up to form these massive unions. And you'll find everyone in there, from casual players just having fun to serious grinders, you know, the pros who treat poker like their job. The whole thing is super community-driven, but, and this is the kicker, fairness isn't guaranteed by the app itself. Nope. It all comes down to the club managers and agents that you decide to trust. So, okay, we've got two totally different cultures. But the real question is, how does that actually shape your mental game when you're at the table? Let's really dig in and compare the psychological demands of each one. We're talking confidence versus straight-up mental toughness. And wow, when you put them side by side, the psychological difference is just, it's huge. Take stress and pressure. On ClubGG, it's pretty low pressure, very forgiving. PokerBros, way more demanding. And that flows right into emotional control. It's just easier to chill out and relax on ClubGG, but on PokerBros, you're gonna need some serious resilience. Even the wins feel different. A win on ClubGG gives you a quick confidence boost, which is great. A win on PokerBros feels hard-earned. It's the super rewarding feeling because you know you worked for it. And all that psychology, it spills right over into the actual gameplay. On ClubGG, because the atmosphere is so forgiving, you'll see players are generally looser. They make more mistakes. And that actually helps you keep from going on tilt. You know, that super frustrating place where you get mad and your whole strategy just goes out the window. Now on PokerBros, you're up against this wild mix of skill levels, really creative bluffs. It demands intense focus. You gotta have the mental stamina to just ride out these long, crazy, unpredictable swings. All right, so now we've pulled back the curtain on the culture and the psychology of both. It's time to choose your arena. Let's figure out how you can take all this info, play to your own strengths, and, you know, win on your own terms. So how do you find your fit? It's pretty simple, actually. Step 1, if you're really just looking for fun and want to build up some confidence, give ClubGG a try. Step 2, if you're craving more variety and a serious challenge, then you should definitely explore PokerBros. But here's the thing. No matter which one you pick, the last couple steps are for everyone. You've got to know the mindset you need before you even play. And you always, always have to be ready to adapt your strategy for that specific arena. Look, if you only remember one thing from all this, make it this. On ClubGG, your game plan is to loosen up a bit, enjoy the softer tables, and use it as a way to build your confidence. Simple. On PokerBros, your game plan is to stay sharp, learn how to manage those emotional swings, and really embrace the grind. Because that's where those super satisfying ones come from. And that brings us right back to where we started, to that big question. But now you've got the tools to actually answer it for yourself. Are you the social player who's looking to have some fun and build up your confidence? Or are you that resilient grinder who's ready for a real challenge? In the end, nobody can decide but you. So, what's your poker personality?